Golden State Media Concepts social media podcast. Time to hashtag everything. We talk about all the fun, crazy stories on social media. From Instagram to Facebook, Twitter to Tumblr, or probably even Friendster. Join us each week as we explore the quirky side of social media. It's the Golden State Media Concepts social media podcast.
It's simple, such a sad song. The one that we rely on to get us to.
Hello and welcome to the GSMC Social Media News Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I am your host, Heidi, and I am joined by Arianne.
Hello, everyone.
Today we are talking about a couple different social media stories. One of them, I promise, will be about Halloween, since we have just finished that holiday. But before we get there, I want to talk about something that is very scary. So if you're still in the mood for a frightening story, this might work. It's normal. It's in Kingsport, Tennessee. Nothing out of the ordinary until a half-naked 26-year-old woman. It's normal. It's in Kingsport, Tennessee. Nothing out of the ordinary until a half-naked 26-year-old woman fell through the ceiling. Which, I don't know what time of day this was. I don't know if this was during lunch or something, which obviously would have been worse.
Yeah.
But she fell through the ceiling, and not only once, but twice.
Wait, okay, how did she fall through the ceiling if she fell through it twice?
Okay. Oh, strap in, Arianne. All right, so Harley C. Morton, she was arrested, and this was on Tuesday night, and the burger place is called Cookout.
Okay.
And, okay, so this was not at lunch. This was at night, which was good.
Dinner time.
Yeah, dinner time. So the police were called because a woman had been reported busting through the ceiling tile, but she was able to pull herself up and run away before anyone could catch her. So she ran away back into the ceiling. So she fell through the ceiling and then got up before anyone could, stop her, and got back into the ceiling.
What was she doing in the ceiling in the first place?
I have no idea.
What is wrong with this woman?
The police were called, and they arrived, and they found damage in the kitchen, and they weren't really sure what was going on. They found what appeared to be the woman's wallet on the roof. So this is while they were searching. So they figured she must have gone in through the roof, because, I think there was, part of, a screen or something missing.
Okay.
So it looked like she had gone through that way. And then while they were, searching, and they had found her wallet, then she fell through again. And this was into the kitchen.
Oh, God. So was she hiding from the police from something before? She was half naked. Did she work there? I'm so lost.
I have no idea.
So many questions.
Some people, I think people who either worked there or who, were at the restaurant at the time thought that maybe she was, on drugs
Yeah,
or
I was
something.
Gonna ask that too.
I don't know.
She had to be on something.
She had to be on something.
Half naked, just bra and panties?
So waist down.
Waist down naked?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she was high.
Yeah.
She was a high prostitute or something. I don't
There's
know.
a high prostitute in our ceiling.
Oh
Literally high. So she fell through in the kitchen and then tried to escape through the dining room, but then police caught her before she could. And
Oh no.
so I don't know. I mean, I guess she entered through the ceiling or through the roof.
Through the roof?
And then I don't know how long she was there before she fell through the first time.
Maybe she was trying to sober up.
She might have, maybe she didn't feel like she could go
anywhere,
somewhere else,
or hide because she didn't have bottoms.
Pants. Yeah, I mean, when you don't have half your clothes, I guess you just gotta hide.
Yeah,
I don't know. But then I'm also so you had your wallet. Where, if you don't have pockets,
right?
Where did you keep your wallet?
I was thinking the same thing. Where did you drop that?
Yep. That's probably why she dropped it. She didn't have
Place to put
any
it.
pockets.
Yeah.
So Not that women's pants really have pockets anyway.
For wallets?
Yeah,
That's why
really,
we carry our
they
big purses.
don't. Right.
We
And
have
then we
big
just get
wallets,
back
too.
problems, and then it's just like,
it's all bad.
It's not good. So the police took her to the local jail, and she is being charged with criminal trespassing, vandalism, and disorderly conduct.
Yeah.
I also saw when I was reading this article that the author mentioned some other like incidences of similar situations.
Okay.
Apparently there was a situation in California a little while ago where a woman fell through the ceiling, and that was caught on camera and put on social media.
Oh.
And it was like at like a Mexican restaurant or something, and people were basically saying she was high when she fell through. And when you watch it, I'm pretty sure it was probably similar in this situation. You can see like the ceiling kind of like buckle.
Oh,
you know, because the
yeah.
tiles are so cheap, you know, in so many of these places. So you could just see like so you knew where she was going to fall.
Is it almost like that sheetrock except thinner kind of tiling?
Yeah, the stuff that
ceiling?
looks like almost like linoleum kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just the squares.
Yeah, okay.
And so like you can see that there are multiple people filming it because they can tell there's something up there.
Yeah.
And you see the scene where there's a cashier and he's just trying to go about his business. Like he's just trying to take people's orders. And there's a man who starts shooing him away because the ceiling you can see
it's coming
like
down on
it's going to come down right on him. And so he moves, and then the lady falls through. Like part of the cash register got knocked over. And,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm assuming she got arrested too.
Yeah, that sounds painful too. Like,
right.
Oh my gosh, I wouldn't want to. First of all, I wouldn't even be in a ceiling where it's that unstable.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever be in a ceiling really for
Yeah.
any situation. Maybe an attic, but
Yeah,
I
those have like
those are
pretty
creepy.
like sturdy floors.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. If you're building an attic, I
Yeah.
feel like you're trying to use it to store things or
Right,
something.
so
yeah, not just to
has
have
to be
people crawl
durable.
around in there.
Right.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Also, like, it's just gross up there. And the
Yeah.
ceiling tile's gross, and like, if you're not wearing pants,
Oh my gosh.
that sounds terrible.
Things can crawl
I can't-
places.
I can't even imagine, and I don't want to.
Oh my gosh.
And then to be arrested without anything on?
I'm sure they gave her like a
I'm sure
blanket
they gave her
or
something, but, like-
yeah, to wrap around.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
so
man.
if I would imagine the people who were dining there that night.
Oh,
like, oh my
be
gosh,
like,
there's
I
a
want
booty
the
in my
check.
face.
Yeah, like, check, no tip.
We gotta go. This is like half off, right? Because there's a butt hanging from the ceiling right now, and I can't eat.
Yeah, and there's a naked woman running around trying to evade the police.
Exactly.
In this restaurant.
So on you guys.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, so we're just gonna leave.
Right.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, that's so sad.
So not good.
Okay.
I'm so sorry to everyone who was involved in that situation.
Yeah. Keep your clothes on, people.
Please do. Don't go into ceilings. They're not safe.
They're really not.
Also, oh gosh. Okay. So the next story that I want to talk about is this is also sad, but in another way.
Yeah.
So, there was a mother, and I think she posted about this in social media. Either she posted about it on social media, or it was in some other, like, news publication.
Uh-huh.
But she apparently had arranged a group of moms, and they were all, like, mothers of girls. And they were going to go to the park.
Mommy, daughter.
Yeah. Mommy-daughter time. And they were all just going to go hang out together. Just
Aw,
like
how
a
sweet.
girls' playground thing.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I think. I'm
To like
okay.
a public park?
Yeah, to a public park.
yay.
So I'm like, all right, that's cool. But then apparently a mom who had a son showed up at this park at the playground area around the same time that these moms were all having their mom-daughter time. And the mom who had organized the event did not like this because this was mom-daughter time.
It's a public park.
I know. This made me really mad.
Lady.
So then she goes up to this mom, and she is quoted saying that she thought she said it nicely, which I don't know how you
don't
can
say
say
this
this.
nicely.
This is not nice. So she asked the mom to leave because they were having mom-daughter time, and she couldn't be here because she had a son. So she was like, you have to leave. And then she said that the other mom, the mom of the boy, responded back angrily,
Yeah.
which I don't think is a surprise.
Right.
So she responded that she wasn't going to leave. And so the mom, like, recognized that this was, like, a public park. And so she couldn't make this other, like, family leave. So she is quoted saying that she tried to appeal to her, like, better side, which is, like, just kind of gross to like hear her say that, because she was basically trying to make like what I would view as a fake feminist argument.
Yeah.
Where she was trying to say like, oh, like like this is like mom-daughter time, and if you have a boy, that's gonna like change the dynamic of things.
Go somewhere else.
Right, exactly. And I just think this is terrible that this mom was trying to use like quote unquote feminist ideals of like whatever, female empowerment or something, to like be mean and kick out another mom.
Yeah, and it's a little boy. He's a kid.
Exactly. So this story, when it got posted, and I don't know if all of these comments were from like the story being posted or from like this mom's like social media, like her personal page or anything, but a lot of people commented about this and like said that this was terrible, which I agree on.
Oh yeah,
because the mom tried to say, this is a quote from her. She said, "We live in a world where boys get everything and girls are left with the crumbs," and so she said, "I know I can't legally keep you from a public park, but can I appeal to your better nature?" And I just like.
Lady,
what are you teaching your daughter?
Right.
Like, and a lot of people were upset about this because they said that, like, one, this is like another mom who's probably just trying to like hang out with other moms and get out of the house, you know?
Take her kid to the park.
Her kid to the, right, which I feel like is really normal.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people were also like, you're in a public place. Just go to someone's house or something.
Exactly.
Like, have your mother-daughter time somewhere in private.
Right.
I just think that's weird.
Oh my gosh, this woman makes me so mad.
Right, and I'm like, what are you teaching your kid? Like, as you were saying, like, this is a little boy.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't do anything.
Right.
You know?
And he probably doesn't even know the whole, like, he's like, I just want to play. There's swings over there. And it's like,
right,
so
exactly.
What's going on?
And, like, you know, like, if you want to make the argument, like, oh, like, you know, if you'll change the dynamic by introducing a boy or something, or, like, I don't know, like, you know, girls get crumbs from whatever boys get, like, I feel like maybe you should teach that lesson in a different situation.
Yeah.
Where you're not excluding other people and kind of doing what you're saying other people are kind of doing to you.
Yeah.
You know, like,
but
what are you
doing
not,
that to...
Right. And like, people were just... A lot of people were also saying that... And I don't have kids. I don't know how true this is. But some people were saying that like women sometimes will, like mothers will sometimes feel weird if they like have a daughter, like they're insistent on like mother-daughter time, whereas moms with sons may not be as insistent on mom-son time. Like some people said that, and so they're like, it like sometimes you just have like a different mentality about it or something.
I don't know.
And I felt like that was like very like maybe some moms are like
maybe
that.
some, because I have two kids. I have a son and a daughter, and to me it was just like we're all going to play.
Yeah.
Like, it's playtime. That's all kids know. They're not just like, you know, oh, like, there's a bunch of girls over there, or there's a bunch of boys. Depending on the age now. Like, I have a 14-year-old, so yeah, he's going to be like, I'm going to chill with my friends, and we're going to go look at girls. So, I get it. But if they're little kids, they're all just trying to play. I mean, they play simple stuff like tag and, you know, whatever on playgrounds. So... I don't think it's a mentality of like, oh, we're just trying to go get pedicures. That's what me and my daughter do when we want to have
or
mother-daughter
something
time.
where you're not in a place where you're going to invite other people to come like, hang out with you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's horrible.
I just think it's weird. I think like also like how is this mom surprised that the other mom reacted angrily?
Right.
I mean,
a public
obviously,
place. You can't say you have to go because you have a son.
Right. And and like that poor kid probably just wanted to hang out.
Yeah. I would be like, well, maybe you should have arranged this better to where you guys could make sure you were all just mother-daughter, not in a public place.
Right. If you want to do that, come at like midnight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I don't. And I think a lot of other people on social media were saying that like people should be paying attention to like the exclusion of the mom. Like she, like it can be really like isolating, and she probably just like talk about like female time and like empowerment. Like she probably just wanted to hang out with other like women.
Yeah,
you know, and they're saying like that's unfair. Like she doesn't deserve that, like because she had a boy. Yeah. So
yeah, and that's the thing because my sister has two boys. Like before I came to stay with her for a little bit, it's her husband, and her two boys. So it's just her. And she's like, I want some girl time. I need to go hang out with my sister or something. And I'm just like, oh yeah, of course. So you can definitely see that even if you're just in a house with a bunch of boys. Because I know one of my friends has 4 boys and it's just her. And she's just like, I got to go do some girly stuff. Cause, you know, that's just how it is.
I totally get that. And like, this is also not helping like boys and girls learn to play together.
No, it's not. And they should be able to play together equally in any environment. Like you're teaching them just horrible, like...
It's just like cliquish.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just teaching like exclusion. I don't support that. So I don't, you know, I'm going to say,
No, please
lady,
don't
I'm
do that.
Sorry, don't do that.
Please don't do that.
Anyone out there, don't do that.
Yeah.
Plan your private time, not in a park.
Right.
You know?
In a private area. Like, rent out a, playroom or something.
Right. Go to your house.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yep. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and keep talking about social media news.
Always on the go, but the day just won't be one without your Hollywood fix. Let Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast take care of that. An all-inclusive look of pop culture.
Welcome back to the Social Media News Podcast. Our next story, as I have hinted about earlier, is about Halloween. I hope that all of you had a wonderful, safe Halloween celebration. Maybe some trick-or-treating, some costumes, some pumpkin carving. I just want to say, if you went trick-or-treating and you're a parent, I'm sure, because I have seen it, all of the, watch your kids' candy, check it, be vigilant. Yeah. Which I agree with. I have never come across, a razor in my candy bar, but, you should be careful.
Yes.
This story, though, I read and I was like, okay, this is terrifying. I would definitely be more careful if I were a parent. This is also, scary and sad because it's involving kids.
Yeah.
And kids don't know what's going on.
They don't. And especially trick-or-treating, they just want to be like, I want candy on the way to the next house.
Right. So. Exactly. And also with, I'm just going to tell you what happened because okay. So there was a 5-year-old boy in Galion, Ohio, and he tested positive for methamphetamines after trick-or-treating. Which is really sad.
That is sad.
And so this wasn't actually on Halloween. It was the weekend before because the town did a town trick-or-treating thing.
Okay.
So they all went trick-or-treating. And then the boy, he said that he hadn't put any candy in his mouth. What he had put were fake vampire teeth.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So he had put you can get them.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like people pass them out with trick-or-treating too. Mm-hmm. They're a cheap plastic.
Yeah.
And you just put them in your mouth and you get little fangs. Like a toy. And also it's a kid. You're going to put everything in your mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
That just happens. So the police department said in a statement that they began investigating after a report that the boy had fallen sick. This was on Sunday. And then they sent the teeth to a lab for analysis. Which is good. Hopefully they'll find something.
Yeah.
The boy's mother said that she had rushed him to the hospital after hearing he had a seizure. And then once they were at the hospital, she said, he was disoriented. He didn't know who he was. He didn't know where he was at. Basically, he was high. They tested him and they found traces of methamphetamine in his urine. So then the hospital knew that's what it was.
Yeah.
And basically when he was at the hospital, he was high and wired and he was aggressive. He had mood swings. And then by the time he had gone home, he was starting to come off it. So he was tired and grumpy and things like that.
That's so horrible.
Yeah. That's really sad. And I read this and I was like, oh my gosh, I have made fun of all of these things about stuff in your candy. But it's not even candy. So did he find them on the ground or something? I feel if you usually when you get them, they're wrapped individually, little vampire teeth. Yeah. So I'm surprised that would happen.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The police were saying this is a rare occurrence. Look, if they haven't had any other reports of sick kids.
Oh, good.
Which is good. And they just said, check your candy.
Yes, please do. And toys, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
And so they said, look for anything that looks out of place or, if a candy bag is open or anything. And they said, if it's open, just throw it away.
Yeah, and watch those ones because I know some people will do, they'll buy a bunch of candy and then make, candy bags. With, assorted candies in them and then hand those out. Mm-hmm. Be careful with those too.
Even because they're all you've opened you've touched them all basically.
Yeah, and it's not even though they might even be bite size Snickers or
in a wrapper.
Yeah, still just if they're in there, just be careful because those can be dangerous too. I don't know. I'm suspect on all those things. I'll be like, oh, what is that? What is that?
Yeah, take it out of your mouth right now. Yeah, no, that's sad. I know that Halloween, like you were saying, is such like an exciting time because kids want to like, look at everything they've already gotten before the night is over,
exactly.
And I just...
It's just fun for kids. They're like, yes, free candy.
Right, exactly. So check what you have.
Yes.
Check your kids. And like pay attention if you think your kids are acting weird, because you never know.
Yeah.
Like you never know what's out there.
Right. Did you to bring a little bit more light on this story?
Yeah.
I mean, did you do anything fun for Halloween?
No.
Really?
I went out and I saw like a movie, which was fun. I mean, I'm not going to go trick-or-treating. I think I would have, I wanted to dress up, but I didn't, have, an event to go to.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, if I don't have an event to go to. And then, half of my office is gone for a different event. So I'm like, well, no one's even in my office. We're not doing, a work thing for Halloween. So, I don't know. Did you go trick-or-treating with your kids?
I did. I went with my daughter. My son, he couldn't be bothered to hang out with us. Yeah. He hung out with his friends. And they
sure.
did their own thing. But, yeah, me and my daughter went. We went with her, my sister, and my nephew. But we kind of got left hanging because his feet hurt 45 minutes into it. So he's like, I want to go home. And us just moving here to California.
But you don't know where anything is.
Right. So I'm like, my daughter's like, I want to keep going. I was like, I'm down to keep going.
Right.
And then we'll finish out the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So she was a trooper. She just kept going by herself and I just walked along with her and she's like, I want to go here and here and here.
Aww.
So she had fun though. It was fun. I painted my face like the skull candy thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Just, so I could be out with her.
That's
but
fun.
It was fun. Yeah.
I feel like taking kids trick-or-treating would be fun. I mean, maybe not the sugar high and the sugar crash and crying children.
Yeah.
But,
well, we have the rule is no candy until you get home.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to be littering with wrappers and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm checking all of that first. I'm checking everything. And then after, then you can eat it. That was my whole rule because I make sure that they go trick-or-treating on a full stomach. So that way they're not important. I'm hungry. I just want candy now. It's well, you just ate, so you can wait.
Yeah. No, that's a good rule. I'll have to remember that.
Yeah.
No, I miss trick-or-treating, though.
We're the size of trick-or-treaters from what I've noticed because
people aren't going to know.
They're not. How many kids I saw that were bigger than me in size? I'm like, I could totally dress up and go trick-or-treating.
I just got to get a costume and I'm like, I'm 12.
Right. Seriously. We're the size.
Yeah, that'll work.
We're totally the size.
We should go out trick-or-treating. I know, it's too late now, but
next year.
Yeah. I want free candy. That's
fun.
the best part.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm sad. I'm sad that I don't get any more free candy. I miss that. Oh, gosh. So our next story. Oh, this is also sad. I'm so sorry, everyone. Okay, so there was an actor who appeared on the show Better Call Saul, also Longmire, things of that nature. And you may recognize him because the actor only has one arm. Mm-hmm. And so I think they were saying on Better Call Saul he had a short bit, it wasn't super long. He wasn't a main character.
Right.
His name is Todd Latourette.
Latourette.
That's French, of some kind. And so when he was younger and he wanted to be an actor, and he told all of this in an interview that he had kind of recently, he said that he went to an extreme step to improve his career. So so Todd has claimed that he suffers from mental illness. Mm-hmm. And he has some issues related to that. And all of this occurred when he wasn't on his medication. So he was in a psychotic episode.
Okay, see, I didn't know that part of the story. I was like, dude, you're crazy.
Well, so it makes it a little bit better that he just wasn't taking care of himself. So I'm like, okay, you weren't in your complete full state of mind, you know?
Right.
So what he did was he cut off his own arm so that he could pose as a war veteran and what he thought would get him more roles.
Yeah, no.
I just don't.
I mean, it's really natural looking if your arm is really not there. But there's this thing called green screen and CGI.
Right, I know, and it's But the thing is, apparently it worked for a little bit. He got on Better Call Saul and Longmire and things like that, so it worked a little bit.
Okay.
But not that
But now
well.
I feel like that's all you're going to get cast for.
Exactly. And it happened 17 years ago. Uh-huh. So I feel like he hasn't done that much in that amount of time. And he posed as a veteran, in real life. He kind of said he was I think this is trying to say that he told people he was a veteran or that he was looking for roles as a veteran. I'm not exactly sure.
Okay.
But you can tell when you see him, he only has one arm, and what he did is he severed it with a skill saw, which is like a circular saw, power tool.
That's not even like a smooth cut.
Oh, no, it's not.
That's like choppy. So
like a 172 hours type of situation.
I know. Oh, I couldn't watch that movie. That was horrible. So.
No, I'm not gonna. No,
I watched it, but it was horrible.
Yeah, and his most recent thing, if you do want to see the episode of Better Call Saul, it was season 4, episode 5.
Okay,
and he has said that since all that happened, he is back on his medication.
Oh, good.
And that he just living with the lie has been really hard for him, as I can imagine. And he said that he chose to come forward and admit it, even though he's aware that this will probably hinder his career.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, probably. And he notes that he'll never be redeemed for what he did and what he lied about, but he instead hopes that his story will help others who are suffering from mental illness to understand the importance of taking their medication.
Right,
right. We just talked about Kanye in another episode, he's off his meds. Right. And I mentioned the story because I feel like this is someone who has been in a dark place.
Right.
And it's saying, you can take some of this power into your own hands.
Right.
And take your medication.
Yeah.
And that is what his quote basically is. He said, "The power is in your hands to take your medication in the morning or at night so that this discourse of my life doesn't need to necessarily be yours because it happens quick."
Right. And exactly. You don't want to be that extreme to where you do something like cutting off your own arm. I mean, wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I would say he hasn't gotten a bunch of roles.
No.
So I feel bad. I feel like you were in a dark place, you did something, and he had to live with a lie for 17 years.
Oh my gosh. And that just will take a toll on you mentally.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then just knowing that oh my gosh, this poor man.
Yeah.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
I bet it's just like a relief, just kind of getting it off his chest. Okay, I have to be honest. This is what happened. Yeah. But I mean, you're never going to get your arm back.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Also, not that there's ever a good way to cut off your arm, but that's not smooth.
No, at all.
Oh.
My
that's jumpy.
Yeah, my pops is like a wood carver, and he knows he's a really good carpenter, stuff like that. So that's how I know it, circular saws and stuff like that. Yeah. And I was just I can only imagine. I'm the sound even in my head, and then just like
the
pulling
mess had to be unreal. Also, how did you do that? You can't do that smooth with one arm.
No,
you need really 2 hands to use that machine. So
yeah,
well, it was probably the tape. When you bring it down,
pull it down.
Yeah, you pull it down.
That's what I was picturing. Oh. But it's how do you build up this? I mean, if you have a mental disorder, you're just do it. Oh my gosh.
Oh God.
No, I'm glad that he's taking his power, as he said, back into his own hands.
Very much so,
or his own hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you made that joke. I was thinking it, and I was
was all that not too soon? Sorry.
17 years. He's coming out now.
You're all right.
He's probably not going to listen to this, but I don't know, Todd. If you are,
right.
Glad you're back on track.
Yeah,
keep
good
it
luck
up, buddy.
For the rest of the stuff.
Yeah. So we're gonna take another break, and then we're gonna come back and finish our show.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
welcome back to the GSMC Social Media News Podcast. We are ending our episode today with a story. This is kind of similar. We just talked about the lottery, and the Mega Millions, and this is was it the Mega Millions?
It was the Mega Millions.
Okay,
yeah, it was
there's
like
Mega
$1.6 billion.
Yes, and there was also a Powerball going on.
I know,
which is so much money. So this is actually about a former Mega Millions winner. So the lottery winner, he is saying goodbye to the home that he bought after winning the lotto. And this was a $26 million dream home. He bought it after winning a $180 million jackpot in August of 2014.
Okay.
And this man's name is Rick Knudsen, and he purchased 845 acres of land on a mountain in Oakland, California. On it, he has put what he is calling the Eagle Crest Mountain Estate. Okay. It is a 16,000 square foot rustic home.
Wow.
There's also a 155 acre buffalo ranch, a 640 acres of his own mountain that has his own water rights, and he also has an on-site full-service restaurant.
Okay.
Called the Oakland Steakhouse and Saloon. It also has a fully operated ranch. There are 45 buffalo on it. He has 2 barns and a caretaker's home for the buffalo.
Wow.
Yeah. It's insane.
I'm kind of impressed with his 640 acres of his mountain with his own water rights.
Yeah.
Because knowing a little bit about real estate, you can't get your own water rights in California. California is over all the water just because of like the droughts and stuff.
Yeah, I would imagine the lack of water that we generally have. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
surprised.
impressive.
He has a lot of land. I mean, he had a lot of money.
Yeah, I hope he does something positive with keeping his land and stuff. Is he just getting rid of the house or the whole?
So he's selling the whole estate.
Oh, wow.
And the reason actually he's selling is because of his son. His son has a heart condition.
Oh.
And the elevation of the house is too high because it puts too much pressure on his heart.
Uh-huh.
So they're selling to go move to a different place.
Oh, wow.
Which is like, that's a noble reason, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so his house... So when he bought the house, it was a little incomplete, and then they finished everything to perfectly suit his family. And they finished it just within the last 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, which is,
It took 4 years?
Yep, and he's selling it for $26 million.
Okay.
And just, as I said, like, they need a lower elevation area.
Right.
And so if you are looking for an estate like that, these are some of the things the house has. There's a 5-bedroom main house, a 3-story elevator. In the elevator, the estate has its own crest, so they have the crest in the elevator.
Okay.
There is a 17-seat theater. It has, I don't know what this means. This has a George Lucas sound system. I don't know if that means he designed it or if he just, like, approved it or something.
Or is it, like, good for Star Wars?
Yeah, just specifically for Star Wars. I'm not sure. But it has a 17-seat theater. There is also, by the theater, an authentic movie snack counter.
Okay.
Which I don't know why. You just want the experience.
Right.
There is a fully equipped gym and a wine cellar. Ooh. And the house was designed to evoke, like, Park City, Utah, like, mountain lodges. Uh-huh. So there's, like, exposed wood beams, antler chandeliers, stone fireplace, kind of like a luxury cabin type of thing. There's also a master suite with its own deck, a private jacuzzi, state-of-the-art kitchen, and a sauna. And then attached to the main house, and you can access it via a separate entrance, is a 1-bedroom apartment with a full kitchen.
Oh, wow.
And the thing that's crazy to me is, as I said before, it is a working buffalo ranch. So there are 45 buffalo on this property.
Okay.
So if you really
what do you
want
do with
that,
buffalo?
And I don't know, raise them,
and
eat them, I guess.
Is that? Yeah, no. What's the elevation? You said it's because of his heart. They needed lower elevation?
Yeah, I'm trying to...
Is it...
I don't. The house sits 6,000 feet above sea level.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
so it's high. Yeah. If you see a picture, it's really at the top of the mountain.
Oh,
it's high. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, it's hard to breathe up there.
Yeah.
I'm from Utah, and they're like 3,000 elevation.
Yeah, so it's high up there. So that's really unfortunate that he chose to build it that high. I mean, I'm sure he wants the privacy,
right?
And he probably has all the land on the bottom of the mountain and everything. But yeah. Yep.
Why doesn't he just build a house at the bottom of the mountain then?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just like I don't know.
Yeah. Well, do whatever you can for your kid, though.
Yeah. So if you're looking for an estate, it's in Oak Glen, California, and it's a huge house. If you have $26 million to spend,
yeah,
you could buy a ranch.
16,000. Like he said, it was 16,000 square feet.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's large.
Yep.
I remember living in an
house.
apartment that was like 850.
Yeah.
So put it into perspective.
If you need five rooms and a sauna.
Yeah,
then go
theater
for it.
System, all that. Wow,
that'd be fun.
I do like the views of Park City. I never liked really staying up there, but it is pretty.
Yeah, and I'm sure he wanted to evoke that type of feel. So good for him, and good for him for taking care of his son.
Yeah, good on you.
After putting in all that effort, that really does speak a lot to how much he loves his son.
Right,
to then be
it
like,
does.
all right, we'll just sell it. Kind of like,
why don't you just buy him a new heart? I'm sorry, that's like rude. Good job. Way to be there for your son.
They can 3D print those
I know,
now,
right? Sorry, that was insensitive.
It's okay, Rick. We support you.
We do.
You have to sell your house for your kid. You go do that.
Do that.
And then you can make up that $26 million and go build yourself another mansion somewhere else.
You can even probably sell it for more than 26. You bought it for 26 and it was unfinished. He can definitely hike that price up.
I think they're selling it for 26. I think that's like the asking.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. So good for you, Rick.
Yeah.
Take care of your son.
Yes.
Good luck with I don't know, the Mega Millions lottery curse.
Yeah, keep your money.
Yeah. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Thank you guys so much for listening, and tune in to our next episode.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Social Media Podcast, part of the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Just type in GSMC to find all the shows from the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network, from movies to music, from sports to entertainment, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's program.